So I've begun in the mirror and I'm going to lead into the room. There's the deco. Really, this room is not the important one. I'm not going to get the right light for this, so I've got a backup run again. I have to get that coloured out. And the board is ready to go. I've done it in pens. It's easier to read than highlight. Let me put the brightness up to the full. That's the fullest it'll go. So there you go. That's the board. So come into the room. This one's also got all the autumn. I like the leaves as well. They're the main highlight. So this is pretty similar thing that I've done. Pretty much exactly the same. Just maybe can improve on the camera work. That would be the most important thing. And then I'll do an edit, which is more TikTok friendly than this. So I'm going to not start with that one. I'm going to start with where's the averages? Right there they are. So this is for week 1, so week 2 hasn't been filled out, so there's no speciality, and so there's only one Latin and one ballroom for each of them, and Adam is on 19 in Latin, and then ballroom and speciality haven't been filled out. Eddie's on 22 for ballroom. Actually, it was in the... No, it wasn't. I thought that was in the order they performed. Amanda was 29 as well, so it was quite high. Nikita only on 18. Bobby was on 29, so they're all ballroom. The Latin will probably be lower. Christian and Annabelle on 22 and 28. Both cha-chas. Leia's 16 for ballroom. We know he's out anyway. Nigel 32 in Latin, setting it off very high. Angela Rippon 28 in Latin. Leighton 29 in Latin. I expected a little bit higher. Angela Scanlon 23 in ballroom. And Ellie, 29 for Jive, 21 in Jodie's Quick Step, and Zara just 19 for Cha-Cha. So after this week, the following week, some of them have changed, some of them have increased. Most of them have increased. I can't think. Well, Christian's has gotten lower. Eddie's is lower. And Nigel, and who else? Jodie's will get lower. So the best score from the judges. This is pretty straightforward again. Just 28. Yes, 28 for Annabelle. So she didn't up her score. Sarah upped by 4 to 23. Jodie remained 21, didn't do better. Nikita got the same, so she's on 18. Christian didn't get better, so 22. Leighton upped by 7 points to 36. The biggest improvement, I think. Angela Rippon 3 points, 31. Leia's didn't up it to 16, so he got 15. Ellie up by 2 to 31. Bobby remained the same scores in both week, 29. Amanda up by 3, 29 to 32. Nigel stays on his 32 from his Paso. And Angela Scanlon, the second biggest with 6. Adam by 4 points, 19 to 23. And then Eddie remained on 22. So that will change each week. Now we know that everyone will beat Les's total of 16 for being his best. These are the worst. So Annabelle went down by 6. She might have been the most aggressed of the evening from 22. Zara's lowest staying to 19. Jodie went down by 5 to 16. Nikita remained the same. Christian down by 2 to 20. Leighton remains 29 as lowest. Angela Rippon remains 28. Les went down to 15. I think it could have been a bit lower. Ellie remains on 29. Bobby remained the same. Amanda the same. Then he won the same. No. Right, so Nigel went down by 5 to 27. Angela Scanlon remained 23. Adam remained, and so did Eddie, 19 and 21. This next wee bit is, I actually find this quite interesting. This is who I was in the most line with. If I mark them myself, so Craig, of course, 5.4, Motsy at 6.33, got it wrong, so I've scribbled over it. Shirley 6.33, Anton 6.20, that's quite low, usually Anton's most generous, but of course I had 6.46, so that was just all the dances added up, the points it was given out, and then divided by the amount of people performing it. So yeah, maybe after this week I might peak down a little bit if I get harsher in what I give, so that's to fill out, and then they'll all be added up to the end of the series. I am really pushing this to make a week 3 one, because really we're going into week 3, not 2. There is none filled out, but I do know that Leia's is, from the judges, is 15.5, mine will be 14. But this will get filled out over the course as well for each week they go out, or if they make it to the end. This is just comparing what they scored them with mine divided again by each week. And also, this is something brand new. This is the pros, and this is seeing whether last year could create that camera. It's like, no, it's really not helping out here. New carpet as well. Anyway, better than last year. Yeah, so the year before and this year, and whether scores are better or worse, or not really the scores, the partners, whether they've got a better dancer is the main focus. So not really about the scores, it's more about their partner. What's this? Right, so this was who will leave. So my prediction was Jodie and Jovita. I ended up getting that wrong. I thought Les would have got entertainment. He didn't. And I think the John Sargents and Anne Whittingham's people are bored of. Yeah, they don't seem to do as well as they used to. Ed Balls really was the last one, but no, they don't seem to do as well as they used to. Actually, I want to do one in direction of the fireplace because I wanted to show off more of the room. So dance score and average, so that'll be the average for each dance performed. So go through them. The cha-cha got off to a 228, so 22 and 219. So again, the cha-cha can be quite a low score. The paso doble is on 32. Samba and jive are both on 29. So Latin's looking pretty decent. A lot of scores in the 20s and 30s. The ballroom, a waltz is on 18. A Viennese on 29. The tango's ranging from 23 to 16 due to layers. And the foxtrot's leading on 29. And the quick step on 22 and 21. And none of the speciality has been filled out yet. I've tried to colour code it for each genre. And yes, these are the scores. So I thought Sarah did very well. I thought she was undermarked on her cha-cha, so I would have given her a 6. I've given Amanda 8. She had great expression and hold, and I don't think she got enough compliment for glide around the floor. Annabelle was a 7. She had good rhythm and was quite, wasn't stiff. Jodie, I thought was only a 5. He could have done with more flow and stronger partnership. Leighton again, thought he was really undermarked in the first week. Thought he deserved a 9 for the performance, and there was a lot of difficult steps in there and a lot of turns, and yeah, I just thought it was really good. Angela was a 6, Angela Scanlon. She started off well. Her core was not the best, and also some of it was a bit not really tango enough. Eddie was a 5. Again, didn't like the fact that he wasn't in hold for a lot of it. He's got good rhythm. He had mostly good footwork, and I thought he stayed well in sync, but no, it wasn't for me. Angela Rippon was a 7. Her footwork was amazing. She had great posture, and the leg at the end probably added on about 5 of those points. Ellie was a strong 8. The hair flick, all the kicks as well, and she's just a natural. Adam probably was a 5. Wasn't the worst start, but it was a bit stiff, and yeah, it could do with a bit more rhythm. Les was only a 3. Yeah, he just was a lot of stumbles, and his hands were so stiff and spatulistic. Krishnan was a 6. He really surprised me because he had great energy and performance. His upper body was strong. He's definitely got rhythm. Just his problem is his footwork and him doing heel leads. Nikita was only a 5. She had lovely expression, and the dance did suit her, but she was struggling to get round the floor, and I thought that, yeah, she appeared very nervous. Bobby did really well, and 8 as well. If you just working on expression and just some of the movement around the floor, but the footwork was strong and everything else. Nigel again, well, he came out and basically was the best dance of the night, so I thought he really deserved a 9. The spins, the Spanish line, the domination, the fire, it was proper Paso Doble. So yeah, it deserved to be top of the leaderboard, I thought. Right then, aboard, I did this last year. I think I got it horribly wrong by saying Molly. I predicted from the first week that Leighton and Nikita might win. Probably, now not that it helps with ballroom, but the fact that he's past experience, but I could see that Bobby and Diane, maybe only because he's not really warmed to the experience yet, and people like to see someone who's very chilled about it, and then they end up loving it in the end, and it's more of a journey. So it could be them. And also Diane's been there for years, never won, so a lot of people probably want to see that happen. Right, 10s and 40s is very straightforward because nobody's going to get a 10 or 40 in the first 2 weeks. Now, it might change for movie week, so we'll get that written in. Most likely it could, because there has been 10s, not a 40, but 10s on the 3rd week, and with the standard of dancing, which was up the highest probably it's ever been, there well could be a lot of 10s. If people don't make mistakes, then definitely 10s. And top and bottom, so week 1 and 2, I predicted Leighton. I was bang on the money that Leighton would be top and that Les would be at the bottom. It was pretty obvious. So yeah, there's 2 things to tick off. I don't think I'll be so confident who'll be top this week, but we shall see. So yeah, there's all the papers out. There's a lot of predictions, stats, scores, so that will be to grow. The board's very empty at the minute, but as the weeks go on, that'll change. So there you go. So I'll stop with this fireplace and some pumpkins as well.